30 minutes for 38 slides. That's around 0.7 minutes for each slide. So my brain is already. So everything started with the challenge of building a blockchain. And not only that, we had to build a blockchain in a very, very fast time. Yeah, it's also the thing that we had to develop a lot of functionality under our blockchain in order for us to, but we all know the issues. And we had to develop something which was running under a deflationary model. This was the main idea at the beginning. Let's take a look on our journey and see more about our blockchain. We all basically know that there are two kinds of blockchains. I mean, there are many kinds, but the most known one, there are the proof of work and the proof of stake. So let's see a little bit for those ones who doesn't have any idea of what is the difference between of these two, how this would be different. Well, we've seen in the past, in the last time now, that everybody's fighting for this clean energy. Somehow, like, we just discovered that the mining machines are energy consumers. But anyway, thanks to Mr. Hyde, we achieved the launch of a blockchain which is free energy, which means that it's running on proof of stake. So once again, the difference between proof of work and proof of stake, instead of having computers which are validating the blocks, we have basically the wallets which are doing it. The masternodes, thank you. The masternode model is not something new, but there was a challenge as well, because why would I take a masternode which is rewarding me less and less and less? We see there are many projects which are running a second layer of security under the masternodes, but the more masternodes are coming in the network, the less are going to be the rewards for those early adopters. So we succeeded to develop in the core of our blockchain a limitation of 4,000 masternodes, which, by the way, thanks to you and thanks to this great community, they have been really fast adopted and leaded to a decentralization of our project. This is how we basically gifted all the coins to the community, we distributed them, and by this distribution we achieved a non-adminal decisional blockchain. Let's take a look at the numbers. So what is the challenge here? Most of the blockchains, they are collecting the fees between the transactions and they are rewarding the validators. Well, in our case, all the fees behind the transactions, they got burned, they disappear. So then we just needed to play a little bit with the mathematics. So we have 570 coins which are minted by the blockchain, and I repeat, non-admin decisional, every single 60 seconds. The 60 seconds validation was also a challenge, and that's because we have encrypted communication and secure communication over the blockchain. The higher would have been the block, of course, the longer it would have took to send these messages. So we needed to validate these blocks pretty fast in order for those who are receiving the encrypted messages to have the decent time of answering back. We will reach there soon, and we will take a look at the encrypted communication as well. But let's see a little bit about the numbers. So we have the masternodes, and we also have the staking. The 570 coins are always split between the masternode owners and the staking wallets, 75 to 25%. The 570 coins might sound big. If you multiply by the number of minutes in a year, this is almost 300 million coins per year, which we are minting. Of course, if we are looking at today, this is nothing anymore, because 570 coins per minute represents, at a cost of 15 coins per transaction, an average cost, less than 40 transactions per minute, which again, guys, we proved that most of the blocks have achieved this consumption. After the blockchain was launched, we started the listing. And here, you know my opinion. We had a fight. We had a fight because some of the exchanges there, they don't play fair. So this is why also you saw that or from some of them, we got delisted as a pair of Bitcoin versus G999. It's because, of course, the company doesn't agree to fake the volumes. By not faking the volumes, you're not achieving some unnecessary, in my opinion, levels, but necessary in their opinion, in order for them to keep certain levels of volumes. If you don't have those volumes, they are delisting you. But I am pretty sure that soon we will have the necessary volumes without manipulation. So thank you again. So moving forward in our journey, then we have the blockchain, but we need to look at it a little bit like with closed eyes. We cannot see nothing in this blockchain, and we all know that it's top-notch technology, but we cannot see something into it. How do we interact with it? And here is the Explorer. Here is where you are just going to copy paste the transaction hash, and you can see the entire chain of what happened into the past transactions. The Blockchain Explorer had a first version, which has been launched under very high pressure, and I noticed many issues. And there is where we launched, of course, the second part of the Explorer, which right now is under development. This new Explorer is going to come by the end of the year, and thanks to my team, we are working on it. On the new Explorer, we aim to have a joint venture between the Deflationary Explorer and the Blockchain Explorer, so we can have everything in the one single place in order for us to interact easier with our ecosystem. Moving forward, and here I want to thank again, we fastly organized teams which set it up your master nodes. Can I see a raised up hand of who has a master node? Wow. Amazing. So if you guys have a master node, certainly you have met one of the guys in the backstages down there, because they were remotely controlled your computers and they set it up the master nodes for you. Thank you very much for the team for doing this. The master node was created on the desktop wallet. So here I want to remind you one more time, please make sure you make a backup wallet on the desktop wallet. We will start to think now and to ask ourselves, but why do we have mobile wallet? Why do we have desktop wallet? And then why is it a web wallet there? Well, I will just play a little bit now with these wallets, and I will let you know what are the differences between these wallets. So first of all, the desktop wallet is the one on which you can run the staking. Here is where you are validating the blocks. By validating the blocks, you are helping the blockchain to go forward. This is why these coins minted by the blockchain are rewarded to you. Then we have, of course, the mobile wallet. The mobile wallet, it's an interface basically to the blockchain, but through a web interface. The web wallet, it helps you basically to travel with your coins. You can access them from everywhere, of course, also from the mobile device, but it's not that friendly. And here is where tomorrow we will together discover the signature wallet, which will allow us, of course, to create some new technology behind. I already have many ideas, and I want to also to let you know that the engine of the gold merchant, it's ready, it's up and running, and tomorrow you can experience the gold merchant with our colleagues by purchasing one of the signature cards with, of course, the signature of the chairman or my signature as well. The mobile wallet was very close not to be launched, to be honest. We didn't know if we are going to get the approvals from Apple Store and from Google. But thanks to our past experience that we already launched the GSTelecom, we had the accounts already pre-approved and everything was very fast. So you can already download the Signature Wallet app. I'm planning some live tests tomorrow with you guys, so whoever wants to download the application already, you can download it after the event. The web wallet 2.0. And why it's 2.0? We had a first web wallet. I start receiving messages, Alex, and you know I'm reading pretty most of them. I cannot log in. I lost my seed phrase. I have an issue. I do believe that I'm logging in into this with the same seed phrase, but I'm not ending up into the same wallet. Well, I got really panicked when I saw that. I couldn't even imagine what would have happened if people would have lost their coins. So what I did is that we generated 100 wallets on the web wallet, and for 2 days and nights, all the support team had to log in into the same wallet with the same seed phrase in order to make sure that not even one single time they will end up in another wallet. But also then we experienced many leaks. So this is where we developed the second. And now the challenge of the great ecosystem began because we needed to start to develop functionality. The functionality which was needed in order for us to have adoption. Without adoption, we wouldn't then have burn. Without burn, we wouldn't have lower circulation supply. And without a lowered circulation supply, we wouldn't have been here today. So let's take a look at the GSTelecom. Let's take a look what's so special about this application. Well, first of all are the graphics which they make us use it. So who used the GSTelecom so far? We can have better adoption, I'm sure. I would really want to know, maybe on one-to-one sessions, why you haven't used it so far. Maybe it's because it's not friendly enough. Maybe it's because you don't understand yet the technology, or maybe it's because we didn't promote it enough. So this is important for all of us to understand how we can bring more and more and more adoption to our GSTelecom, because right now, so far, in my personal opinion, and not only, is one of the most secure chat apps in the world. But let's take a look, how is this working? You're creating, first of all, the first sign of security and safety is the moment when you are installing the application. And why is that? Let's take a look now at the other apps. The moment I'm installing another app, the first thing they ask for me, it's my phone number. They want immediately to know my fingerprint, my face. And then they tell me, welcome to our secure app and private. And I'm like, okay, but you know me already. So you don't need to share with us your phone number. You don't need to share with us your email, nothing. And neither with the others. This is your life, your private business. This is just between you and the one which you are communicating with. And that's why the creation of your account is also based on the blockchain. So all you need is to store your 24 seed phrase words. Of course, right now, I do accept that it's a little bit annoying. Just every time you open the app, you need to put the 24 seed phrase words if you've been logged out. But thanks to the signature card, in the very next future, we are going to update this app. And in order for you to log in, you will just need to do one tap. That's it, and you are in. Once the wallet has been created, you're sending a REST API call to the backend server, and the backend server, you just need to imagine in your head, is like it's a connection to your wallet, only that it's giving us the answer, look who logged in. And at that moment, you can start chatting with somebody. But who is that somebody which I'm chatting to? Of course, in this case, it's a wallet to wallet. It's not a phone number anymore, is not an email, it's a wallet of the blockchain with another wallet from the blockchain. So again, this proves privacy. And we will also see that we have some issues in our chat app, but these issues They are just proving the genuine security and privacy behind the app. Once you send the message, this is going encrypted to a backend server. But how is this encryption happening? We are not encrypting like other chat apps. We are effectively taking your message. For example, let's take a voice message. Sending a voice message over the blockchain, everybody would have said, okay, this is impossible. Blockchain cannot transport high capacity data. It's impossible. But then we are taking your voice, we are decomposing it into your phone thanks to a REST API call, and this decomposition is then compressed back and encrypted. All this encryption, it's going through a communication wallet. Communication wallet, which is on the other side, going to do reverse engineering in order to accept the packages on the receivers. Of course, by the moment we are having too many data, at that moment, the data is going to go through the storage blockchain, which storage blockchain, it's taking the information, storing it in with your encryption from your private key on the sender and then the receiver, and then it's taking 10 different channels, and each channel has 100 copies. Every single time somebody is going out from the storage blockchain as a validator, the 99 remained copies are going to duplicate the 100. The message is sent and you are ready to read it. Of course, I've said we have some issues, minuses. The minus is that by the moment you are sending a message, this is not going to be received instantly by the other guy. And here is where we are proving that we don't have a server which is storing behind the entire communication between you and the receiver. While on the other cases, when you are using other kind of applications, if you see that that person is receiving instantly the message, it's just thanks to the fact that behind they have servers. If those servers are hacked or if they're failure, everything is lost. I have to admit that I'm using the app sometimes to save some information which I don't want to be lost because I know it's there under the 24 seed phrase, so it's fine. And here it's where we came with the idea with notice over the blockchain and with an agenda over the blockchain, which by the way are also ready but still in testing. You can download the app, of course, as you already know, already from the App Store and from the Google Play. They both companies agreed and they were both validated our application. The same logic has been applied in order to revolutionize the email. And why is that? We all saw the issues behind a regular email. And here on the email, I have to admit, the usage of it in the ecosystem is not that high. It's quite low. And here we need always to work a little bit to improve it. But what would have been the advantages of the encrypted email communication over the blockchain compared to the regular email? Well, first of all, I think we've all been through the moment when you send an email and you are with the next guy on the phone call and you ask him, sorry, did you receive it? Well, here it would have been very easy. You just need to take your transaction, you put it into the Explorer, and once you copy paste it into Explorer, if it confirmed, the email is already in the inbox of the other guy. Once the email has been created, we realized many other advantages. We realized we eliminated spam because who is ready to pay 15 G999s to spam us? And if it's ready to do it, we are ready to burn it. So please spam us as much as you can. But so far, I didn't heard about any spam on the G999 email communication. They are using behind the same technology as a text message behind the GSTelecom. We move forward, and the NFTs weren't something so familiar for everybody. I didn't even knew that these NFTs are going to come out, and we thought about something of building genuineness of products under our blockchain. And that was thanks to the fact that I was pretty frustrated to the fact that I found my work built for the past few years, copied in many repositories into some other websites, and they were just simply selling it without any license. So I said, what we could have done, thanks to the fact that we have such a nice blockchain, we can transport data into our blockchain, and how we can do it. And here is where we came with the certificates over the blockchain. Who is familiar with the certificates over the blockchain? So not so many people. Great, let's go forward then. I will take a simple example which I'm always giving it to everybody. The certificates over the blockchain, first of all, it's still in development and it's going to be launched by the end of the current year. The main idea here is that we want to put genuineness over a product. Let's say a painting. Let's maybe, I don't know, a luxury brand is sending a belt. Let's take this belt, for example, a belt. And how I'm going to timestamp or to protect my good of this. In our scenario here, we have a painting. Let's say I'm a painter, and the moment I'm making a paint, I want to prove that this paint has been done by me. So I'm going to log in into the DSSM platform with the same scenario we've seen the login before in the GSTelecom. And once I'm logged in, I will be able to generate two kinds of custom fields. They will be inheritable and non-inheritable. And now the painter just created a wallet, and inside of his back office, it's going to input few fields like painting type, author, creation date. It's two types of creation dates here. It's going to be one when it's timestamping it, and it's going when the second when he created actually this painting. The moment when he issued the transaction to himself, he has a takes ID. By just taking that takes ID and stick it to the painting, whoever is going to come to purchase the painting now from him, it will ask him, can you prove me you can open the wallet which generated the transaction ID? He will just simply log in. It's making everything crystal clear, and like this, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot copy any product around the world anymore. The journey continues, and he wants now to sell the painting. So all what he needs to do is to log in into the same platform, ask for the G999 wallet of the buyer. It's going to issue a transaction to that person, and this is how the ownership certificate has been transferred to the latest wallet. Everything, thank you. Everything needed a better interface, like a picture of what we are doing, like a graphic mirror of everything what is moving into our ecosystem. We just said we are running a deflationary coin model, which means all the transactions which are generating a fee, they are getting burned. They don't go through the validators, they are not coming to the company, they are just getting out of the, they are getting burned. Fortunately, a few months after, the great blockchain of Ethereum came out, and he said, we are going to adopt a deflationary model. Because why? We all know that the biggest illness of an economy, it's inflation. So we have the solution. We are the ones which are running a deflationary coin model. In the Deflationary Explorer, we have now the great opportunity to see every single movement of coin in our ecosystem. We can see how many messages have been sent, how many emails, we can see how many certificates are going to be issued, we can even see how many coins have been burned thanks to you for different incentives. Starting with a zero ecosystem under this blockchain, we then took the GS trade and we always improved it. We brought new coins, we brought new opportunities, and much more security. Then we started the GSPartners, and inside of GSPartners, yes, inside of GSPartners, we had a great challenge, a little bit unexpected and expected by me. I haven't expected so many registrations in such a short time. More than 100,000. 100,000. So here was the team working day and night, validating the key ACs and all the requests from you guys. We had to set up procedures for something new. Some countries, they had some type of document, some other country, other type of documents. Of course, Chinese we don't understand, so how we can validate it? And then we develop procedures, and thanks to that, right now, nobody's waiting more than 24 hours for his ticket to be answered. I want to prove a little bit of transparency more than it is. Who is satisfied of the support service? Who is not satisfied of the support service? Thank you, Mr. Michael. I'm curious why, but I'm sure I'm going to find out. The platform was launched. Trust was broken in the past, and I knew it. That you can directly search a username, and it's going to show you the entire route down to the last person which you just searched and get all his informations. Many new things are going to be launched tomorrow under the GSPartners. The instant payout helped us a lot, but here came the challenges. The challenges were inputted now by the price of the coins. The higher the price is of a coin it is, the higher are the fees into the blockchain. The higher are the fees, the less money we are making, because of course we need to withdraw and the fees are high. So what we done is that tomorrow we will find out how we optimized all these fees, and not only for GSPartners, but also in directly connected relationship between the platforms of GSPartners and GS Lifestyle. Thank you. Now that I just came to the price subject, which is always a sensitive thing, I want to remind something to everybody, for those who are here and the home as well. It's oftenly that to see that in this world we are confusing the value with the price. We are really confusing this. The way I personally propose you guys to look at it is that here you have the blockchain and here we have the cryptocurrency. Value is behind the blockchain and price is behind the cryptocurrency. Thank you. Once these two, they are not connected and the price is not an effect of the value, then this becomes a bubble. So of course, nobody complained, but Bitcoin just dropped 60% a few days ago. Everybody was just happy how much money I did. But at the end, how many people are still suffering as we speak that they entered from 35 to 65,000? But here in our case, fortunately, the value, the blockchain, starts to prove its functionality. We didn't had the drop of the Bitcoin. We disconnected from that. I'm not saying, of course, that wow, the G999 is going now to skyrocket. No, I'm just saying that we are building here value. And the more value we are going to build, the results are yet to come. Of course, the dream incentive. And congratulations, first of all, for everybody, and thank you for being here. This has been also a challenge in the GSPartners because of the legacy points. And we've met so many challenges along the time, and I can admit you guys are so competitive. I never seen a more competitive community in all of my life. So congratulations one more time. Thank you for watching the journey of G999 and Gold Standard Group so far. Thank you for being here. Thank you for my team for all the support, and we see us tomorrow again here. Thank you.